Okay, so we have some breaking news coming out. We're gonna start with this one first. Vladimir, chilling World War III warning to UK as towns and cities named on nuclear hit list. Alright, so we have more breaking news coming out. Satellite images show Russian military buildup near finished border. And this is the reason why the hit list has been put out there. You have, it says Vladimir, if Vladimir does not return to the path of peace, Donald and I, we're talking about Starmer from UK, will increase military aid to Ukraine. We have some more breaking news coming out. Pakistan violated understanding on stopping military actions. And then we have this one here. Nuclear powers on brink of war. You got these two countries, India and Pakistan, spark World War III fears with missile strike. Now, a lot of people is going to say, Lewis, there's a ceasefire going on. Everything is fine. Not really. Not really. There's been some stuff that came out. And you have a couple of sources said that the cease plan has been violated. So, again, tensions are still high. But I do believe that we are definitely getting closer to WW3 worldwide. This thing is just, they're talking about peace. But you know what the Bible says about peace. When spoken of peace and safety, or peace and security, then sudden destruction shall follow. Alright guys, before I start, for those of you that want to send us letters, a prayer request, you can send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. I want to thank everybody for your support, either through Cash App or PayPal. Thank you so much. Your support truly helps out. I appreciate that, guys. And I do have my cup of coffee. Okay, it's a nice cup. It says here, stand firm, and there's a verse inside a cup. 1 Corinthians 15:58. Let nothing move you. My wife got me this cup. Stand firm. Let nothing move you. Alright, so let's see what's going on with this news here, guys. And check out the videos I posted today. The links will be in the comments box. Alright, and it says here, the Bear has reportedly compiled a convert list of countries on Vladimir hit list, putting multiple UK towns and cities in a potential crosshair for a nuclear strike. So again, towns and cities has been placed on alert. Even though they won't tell us, again, DEFCON 2 is all over the place, guys. It's all over the place. It's common sense. We have eyes to see and ears to hear, and the Bible gives us the basic instruction. In the end time, there will be wars, and kingdom will rise against kingdom. The Bear seeming readiness to consider deploying such devastating equipment underscores his earlier warning against Western nations supportive of Ukraine, while Vladimir has brandished threats at the UK among others. He has so far refrained from launching assault beyond Ukrainian borders. This unnerving disclose underlines the ongoing risk of nuclear confrontation lingering since the Cold War conclusion, with various UK locals allegedly marked as prospective targets. As unveiled by the Financial Times, confidential documents have exposed the Bear nuclear hit list encompassing 32 NATO points of interest. All right. The Financial Times is the one putting out the information then. These include significant sites like Kirbion Shipyard, a whole base factory, and a local near Edinburgh. Top of the list appears to be the Royal Navy nuclear sub shipyard in Barrow-in-Furness, reports the Mirror. Now the papers imply that Vladimir target scope also covers a whole factory and the Wasif shipyard near Edinburgh, where aircraft carriers take shape. Now, per an alternative account, other locations possibly marked include Aldershot, Colchester, and Portsmouth, while Clanham and Tidworth and Salisbury have also been mentioned. These locations, these lists, is where military stuff are at. So you got the submarines, you got all those stuff, you got ammunition. So the bear, if they plan to launch the nuclear, it's gonna hit those regions. Basically, military sites. And all those, you see that big clock, all that will be gone. A Whitehall insider revealed to the news that the information includes details of a high-level strike in addition to a low-level strike. A Russian airstrike on UK soil would, of course, be a declaration of biblical war, both on the UK and on the rest of NATO. This news emerges during a temporary cessation of hostility in Ukraine, following Vladimir's declaration of a 3-day break in combat, aligning with the Bear Victory Day celebration that commemorates the defeat of Germany. During the conflict known as the Great Patriotic War in the Bear, an estimated 27 million troops and civilians passed while overcoming German forces and pushing forward to Berlin. 27 million. 27 million? Jeez. That's insane. 27 million soldiers has passed. And that during the time of the Soviet Union, they were going after Germany. All right, but then after they took out, Germany, they started acting. It was a whole different ball game. The Soviets became ruthless too. So it says here, Vladimir is attempting to equate this historic sacrifice with his current unprovoked aggression against Ukraine. Now, wrongly claiming the invasion aims to rid the country of, again, certain groups, I'm going to skip the names. The announced truce began at 10 p.m. GMT time on Wednesday and is set to end on May 11th, which is midnight. So midnight tonight. On Wednesday, Maria, the Bear Foreign Ministry spokesperson, stated that the only obstacle to cease plan is Kiev, who violates the agreement and is not willing to discuss conditions for a long-term cessation of hostilities. She further commented on the Ukrainian military expected behavior during the 72-hour cease plan from May 8th to the 10th, initiated by Vladimir in observance of Victory Day, saying it will serve as a test of their commitment to peace. Okay, so that's where we are right now. So UK towns and cities has been put on the nuke list. All right, so which is very, very concerning here, guys. The Bears said that they could hit their ports, they could hit their nuclear submarine facility. So it's some serious stuff there, guys. Some serious stuff there. Now we have some more updates here when it comes to the satellite images show the Russian military buildup near Finnish border. Now we did talk about this last week, but we have some more updates, and they're keeping an eye on this one here, guys. So satellite images has revealed significant news of the Russian military activity near Finland eastern border, with analysts citing increased troop accommodation, aircraft deployment, and infrastructure construction at key military bases. The images obtained by Swedish broadcaster SVT from Planet Labs show activity at 4 locations. So I'm going to skip their names there. Why is the letter so, it's not darkened, but it's highlighted. Not highlighted, but it says here the findings suggest the bear is reinforcing its military footprint in the region following Finland and Sweden joining NATO. Now, it says here at Kamenka, just 60 kilometers from the Finnish border, over 130 military tents have been erected since February of 2025. The area, previously undeveloped in 2022, now appears capable of housing up to 2,000 soldiers, according to SVT. Military analysts described the changes as signs of increasing activity and a delayed implementation of measures promised by the bear following NATO expansion. In Petrozavodsk, roughly 175 kilometers from the border, 3 large storage halls have been constructed, each potentially able to hold around 50 armored vehicles. I truly apologize, guys. I truly apologize. Give me a second here. I have to turn off my phone. 50 armored vehicles. A 4th facility is under construction as of April 2025. Analysts believe that the new structures may be intended to conceal the number of vehicles stationed there. North of the Arctic Circle, you have Savamamisk 2, a previously discussed air base, is being renovated. Satellite imagery shows multiple helicopters now parked at the base. Analysts suggest that the goal is to restore the runways for fixed-wing military aircraft. Further activity was noted at Alenia Air Base, from where Russian strategic bombers are reportedly operating. According to Ukrainian sources, bombers flying from Alenia have been used in strike on targets in Ukraine. Sweden Chief of Defense Michael said that the development appeared to confirm earlier Russian statements about military technical measures in response to NATO enlargement. Now, when we apply for NATO membership, Russia said it would take such step. We are now seeing that happen. Now, Finland's membership in NATO, formalized in 2023, shifted the alliance's border directly onto Russia's northwest flank. And since then, Finland has moved to strengthen its own defense posture, including hosting a new NATO Forward Command Center in Lapland, expected to be operational later this year. Though Moscow initially gave no visible military response to NATO expansion, the satellite imagery now points to gradually preparation on the Russian side of the border. Now, the changes come amid ongoing Russian operation in Ukraine and sustained international scrutiny of Russian military posture in the Baltic and the Arctic regions. Finnish and Swedish defense officials said they continue to monitor developments closely. All right, so once again, you have Russia is building up something here. Satellite images show Russian military buildup near Finnish border. And that's a very important update. All right, so we're going to go with this one here. So you have the Prime Minister of UK. Well, he's sounding the alarm. All right, he's telling Vladimir, look, Vladimir, we know what you're doing. We know what you're capable of. So me and Donald, we just teamed up. Even though Donald said he's not going to get involved and blah, 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 blah. Now Donald's getting involved. So, yeah, that's why you have the nuclear hit list. and his town and cities. So Starmer stated that if Vladimir does not cease for a 30-day cease plan, Ukraine will receive increased military aid and strict sanctions will be imposed against the bear. The leaders of the coalition of the willing demand peace without conditions. The question is, why do you guys only want 30 days? Why 30 days? Why can it be, years? Why 30 days? Because after the 30 days, we're going to hit them hard because we're going to be, rearmed and we're going to have a lot more equipment. If the bear leader Vladimir does not return to the path of peace and does not agree to complete cease plan for at least 30 days, then together with the U.S., Ukraine will be provided with increased military assistance and sanctions against the bear will be tightened. This was announced by, again, Starmer during a press conference report. Seems like Donald is following the same footstep as Joe. We are here together with the U.S. Appealing to Vladimir openly, if you are serious about peace, now is the chance to demonstrate it. It is about, I emphasize, an unconditional 30-day cease plan with the immediate start of negotiation after the cease plan is achieved. He stressed that there should be no additional condition or delays from the Bear Federation. What do you guys think? Leave comments down below. What do you guys think about this story here? I mean, Starmer's, he's putting out a message. He's telling Vladimir, yeah, if you don't come with this cease plan, if you don't agree with it, me and Donald, we already spoke about this. We will slap sanctions on you, and we're going to send equipment to Ukraine. Vladimir wants condition instead of a cease plan. He organized a military parade. He once again issues a challenge. He refuses despite our numerous appeals. All the leaders of the coalition of the willing with whom we just spoke advocated an immediate cease plan without any condition. If he, Vladimir, does not return to the path of peace, we will respond together with Donald. We will strengthen sanctions, strengthen our assistance to Ukraine's defense capability in order to force the Bear Federation to sit down at the negotiating table, and this is what we discussed today. We almost done with this one here. Alright, yeah, we're gonna skip this. Yeah, we already know that. So once again, UK is also sending a message to Vladimir. So I did post a video that the US is urging American citizens out there in Ukraine to prepare. Possibly the 12th or the 13th of May, something big could hit the fan. Something big could hit the fan. Now we're going to jump to this news here. Let's see what's going on with this news. Pakistan violated understanding on stopping military action. Alright, so this is a very important update. Hours after India and Pakistan reached an understanding on stopping military action, New Delhi on Saturday accused Islamabad of breaching it. In a late-night media briefing, Foreign Secretary called upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility. The armed forces have been given instruction to deal strongly with any instances, of repetition of the violation the border along the international border as well as the line of control in Jammu and Kashmir, he said. For the last few hours, there have been repeated violation. Again, there has been repeated violation of the understanding arrived at earlier this evening between the Director General of Military Operations of India and Pakistan. This is a breach of the understanding arrived at earlier today. Seems like it's not working. The armed forces are giving an adequate and appropriate response to these violations, and we take very, very serious note of these violations, he said. The armed forces are maintaining strong vigil on the situation, the foreign secretary said. We call upon Pakistan to take appropriate steps to address these violations and deal with the situation with seriousness and responsibility. The armed forces are maintaining a strong vigil on the situation. They have been given instruction to deal strongly with any instances of reputation of violation of the border along the international border as well as the line of control. All right. Very important updates there. And we got this final one here, which is one of the big ones. Nuclear power on brink of war. All right, so again, out of all the countries in war, I think India and Pakistan is like the big one. It's like the big one because them two have nukes and they are neighbors. A former Pakistani national security advisor has warned that his land is on the brink of an all-out with India after the country exchanged very powerful equipments. All right, so once again, this person warned that we could see conflict between two nuclear powers as he urged both to sit down and talk, which they are doing right now. A cease plan was announced, but again, Pakistan is still launching drones. Speaking to Sky News, Mr. Yusuf said, "This is not a good situation. The world must wake up to the reality that two nuclear powers are on the brink of an all-out biblical war." He added that Pakistan never wanted to escalate, but the country has now decided that enough is enough. Now it says here, this person continued, "We are not sacrificial lambs. We will stand up if India does not respond now. I'm sure Pakistan will say thank you, that's it." His comments came as India and Pakistan exchanged very powerful equipment overnight, targeting air bases in the respective country. Pakistan has said its strike were a counterstrike following India's strike earlier this week. Pakistan Prime Minister said his land has avenged the, I'm going to skip that name, of innocent, adding Islamabad will consider de-escalation if India does not carry out any more strike. India said Pakistan forces targeted more than 26 Indian military sites. Indian Prime Minister held a meeting with top security official at this residence following the escalation intentions with Pakistan, the AP reports. They're working something out. They are working something out, guys. They are. The nuke meeting, that never happened. They decided not to talk about nukes. So they kind of walked away from that, which is a good thing because, man, yeah, we don't want to hear about nukes. There's 1.7 billion people out there. On Friday, it was reported that a loud boom were heard near Srinagar International Airport in Indian-controlled Kashmir. Meanwhile, it has been reported that India and Pakistan soldiers have exchanged, you know what? Pakistan claimed it has taken 40 to 50 Indian soldiers near the border earlier this week. The two countries endured tense relations for decades. The recent rise in hostility came after a bad event in India-controlled Kashmir in April in which at least 36 innocent were out. India accused Pakistan of being behind the event. Allegation Islamabad denied. I believe that it was a false flag. There was a middleman in this one. Now, guys, we already talked about the cease plan. The link will be in the comments box if you guys want to check it out. But again, this is where we are right now. Nation against nations building up. But now we move towards the north. The bear has been warned. And Donald gave a warning to the bear that you must accept the cease plan. If not, we will slap you with sanctions. The former leader of the Bears said, I don't want to say it, but he said you could take that cease plan and shove it, you know what. So it's not looking good. It's not looking good. Now, U.S. Embassy has urged American citizens in Ukraine to stock up, get food and water, and shelter ready. Because they put out a date. Not me. They did. May 12th or the 13th, possibly a huge strike. The bear could drop the hammer on those dates. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please share the video. For those of you that want to give a life to Christ, you can email me. My email is in the description box. Me and my wife are here to help many and to lead many to the righteous path. And that's the path of our Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. For those of you that want to send us letters or prayer requests, you send it to me, US Santiago, or my wife Jessica Santiago at 3432 US Highway 19, number 2, Holiday, Florida 34691. Thank you so much for watching. God bless you all. Put faith and trust in Jesus Christ. For He's the only way, the truth, and the life. No one gets to the Father except through Jesus. Thank you so much for watching. Till next time later. Peace.